Well, hello there. Welcome to another episode of Atomic Flicks, and today we are going to talk about a movie that shredded the whole box office of Guardians of the Galaxy. It did way better. Not that one. Talking about TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, this movie was different from what we all imagined. Because most people were saying shit about the Turtles and how they looked. But I'm just going to say this is a way step up of the original 90s movies. In the original 90s movies, we had these people in costumes, and we had them actually wearing shells, and then wielding actual weapons. Wielding actual weapons. This movie stars Will Arnett, Megan Fox, and Megan Fox. First introduced all these characters, everyone was like, oh, they look like shit. And they brought them to life because they look like actual turtles that could live somewhere. But of course, when you have CGI things, you also have to have a good human character to go with it. Someone that doesn't look like they're talking to a damn stick. Megan Fox's acting is not the best, but I do say it's always eye candy for everyone. It's also the fact that it's Michael Bay. And Michael Bay, that's one of the things that's wrong with this movie. Unfortunately, you can't really bash it too much for being Michael Bay, because he in fact produced this movie. He did not direct it, but it still kind of looks like Transformers 2. This movie, it seemed like a wannabe Michael Bay film too, because it had all the CGI and it was messy and it got clopped up too much in its own self, so I couldn't really get it though, but Michael Bay films look superly expensive and they look like a big old go fuck yourself to the whole audience. Apart from that, we have all the other characters, which already talking about Michael Bay. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Shredder. Shredder looked like Megatron. He looked like a Transformer. And if you look on the movie, he actually looked like the actual Shredder. If you've seen the comics or heard anything about Shredder, how he looks, this guy did not look, he looked like a Transformer. Mostly Decepticon, because that's what Michael Bay is secretly. He was fast, he was cool, but too many knives. I mean, what is wrong with having that many knives coming out of you? He is a Shredder beat, but I mean, come on, really? I mean, are you gonna have the Joker with little joke cards everywhere? They were trying to really show, this is a Shredder, and then William Fletcher was just there. The thing about the Shredder is samurai/robotic style. I think that's starting to get a little overused. I mean, really, we've never seen the samurai type of style anywhere. Don't misuse the samurai/robotic idea. That's a really cool idea, but you don't want to drain it off, because that's never good. Really live up to what I expected. When the movie was about to come out, they were building so much suspense. Oh my gosh, what will the Shredder look like? What is his costume gonna be? And what is the guy that plays Shredder gonna look like? Is he gonna look cool and menacing? Or is he just gonna look like a Mr. Miyagi that got burned in the face? Which indeed actually kind of came out to be like that. And then we move on to the Turtles. The Turtles, those guys really had a lot of character, and it's important that you have character in such, especially CGI, because the voice is the only thing that's really going to be delivered. Nowadays we have motion capture, so if the movie fails because of your character, it's not only because of your voice, but it's because of your face. The characters really delivered it. Now, a lot of people also talk shit about how they look different. Okay, yeah, they may look different. The guys were actually wearing actual costumes here, they're CGI, motion capture, but they actually delivered what I was expecting. I mean, they had Johnny Knoxville voicing Leonardo, but they all have a different character to them. Raphael can be kind of stern and quiet and serious, while Donatello, Michelangelo, and Leonardo, they're the more fun type of group, and they're more let go. But when you have CGI characters, you have to have a good cast to interact with them. In this case, our cast looked like they were talking a bunch of sticks. I like how the movie introduced these fellas, apart from they actually look like too much turtles. Now, a lot of people are debating whether they should really look cartoony or too much turtles. Well, we have our answer here. When you make something look really realistic, but also kind of keep the story of cartoonish, they come out to be something like this. That is where we're going to with Splinter. Splinter looked like an actual rat. It made me give zero shits about him when he got his ass kicked. Spoiler. I just couldn't care as much as I would. I mean, if I saw Master Miyagi getting the shit beaten out of him, I would have felt something. When Master Splinter was getting his shit kicked, I didn't really care because the guy didn't really emote too much emotion. He looked like a rat. I'm not bashing the CGI here. The CGI was good. He looked realistic, more realistic than I'd ever thought he would, but it was really, 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 really big of a letdown for me, in my opinion, because he just didn't appeal too much to me, and it might have appealed to other audiences, but it just didn't appeal to me. And then came the physique of the turtles. They looked huge. Now, turtles like that aren't supposed to be athletic, they're supposed to be bulky, but they look like steroids. Instead of getting the serum they got, the alien serum that made them that way, looked like they were jumped on steroids. And then they're huge and green, like the Hulk. Glad they're not in the same universe at all, because that would have been bad. Why New York? Now, I haven't read too much of the comments, you guys tell me, but New York always has a bunch of shit going its way. It always has storms, they always get attacked by some creature. I mean, there's always something happening in New York. But, I mean, really, New York, it's also about starting fresh. This movie was kind of the definition of fresh, because it did try to take an all-new look at the turtles and what they were, and made it new, because last time we had any of the movie of the turtles, they were CGI crap, so we didn't really like it. Anyway, those are about the things that I had about this movie. It was action-packed, and it did seem real, and it did have Megan Fox, but I just don't, I think it was a bit of a mess. It was a little jumbled sometimes. It was too rushed. That was probably too rushed up to the point to show the turtles and show the action and show what's happening. I mean, they're making a number 2! Really? If anyone's watching, if you'd be interested in saying anything in the comments, please do so, if you have any opinions on that. And if you want to, you can go check out my first video that I made. It was about Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll be making more videos, so be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and have a good day.